Well, it goes to show you, less than 15 months ago, I could walk to that alder tree there. It shows you how fast here in Washington, Pacific Northwest, blackberries and other stuff grows. And I'm trimming it back for my new fence line here. It's gonna run along here for the goats. And you know, there's the goat shed. The goats are gonna be, this is gonna be their pen, and it's gonna be about 50 by 100. It's gonna go back here into these. I'm gonna measure out to that alder. I may end up going a little past that right there into the woods a little, and then down. Obviously I got on this end, it's much thicker, so I'll have to contend with like maybe some stumps and stuff. I already have to contend with a little bit of that on this end, but some old stumps. But I'm just cutting the fence line, and then once we get the goats in here, they'll do the rest of the clearing. So I just need to be able to get in here and get the fence in and get it stretched and tight. And I'll throw in some aerial footage here so you guys can kind of see what the whole thing looks like. So stay tuned for more. Okay, so I'm out here to the alder tree that I was pointing out earlier, and I'm about, what, 84 feet. If you see that post that the tape's connected to, that was at 50 feet from where I want my corner post up there. You probably can't see it very well, but the flag's blowing in the air. There's 2 fiberglass posts that I've measured off the side of the goat shed to kind of give me a sight to when I'm walking this line to keep, you know, fairly straight. Obviously, once I start setting posts, I'm going to be doing a lot more measuring and stuff to get it as straight as necessary for a fence that's going to hold some goats in. But I got back in here, been working here with my this what is it, Still FS 110R with the metal blade. It works pretty good even with the rope, but once you get into this thicker stuff, because you know we've got some salmon berries and stuff back in here, that's not even the thickest, you know, and then some of the blackberries that are pretty thick, it helps me work through that. But so I think this is where I'm going to want to be at. I don't think I'm going to go 100 feet, because if you start to look here, I've got an old stump right there, and I think some more in here. It's going to be hard to tell until I start cutting in. I'm going to cut down to that other fence line here, and I think that will be the limit of the goat pen, which is more than sufficient for 2 goats, and anything else we end up putting in here, ducks, whatever. So more to follow. All right, so there's that line cut. It's really tall, so it took a while to get through there because, you know, I'd cut from the top down. There's a couple logs through there. I'll have to bring the chainsaw through and cut, but that'll be a decent, it's not too, I mean, yes, it's sloped, but it's not too uneven, so shouldn't have too many problems there running the fencing through there. I think it's about perfect, because if you look over here, there's a rise, so that's going to be in a dip, so that's uneven. So if I went back further, it would get even more complicated to do fencing through that area. So, and then back towards the goat pen, so somewhere around here is going to be where my pen's going to be at, or my corner post. And I got something cool I'm going to share with you guys for corner posts, something I'm going to try out. We'll see if I recommend it after I'm done. But my corner post will probably be right here about this cedar tree, so might be a little tricky getting them driven in there. But so come back along here, and you guys can't see that because the tree branch is in the way. A little bit of a dip here, so I'll have to work through that. There's the only challenge I have here is this stump right there. Old cedar stump it looks like to be. I can cut that. I hate to do it with my chainsaw, but I've got an older chain that I can cut it off and sacrifice it. But you see here, this was the original area we had the pigs in, and those are elderberries. If you're wondering what those are that are popping up, I'm guaranteeing the goats will eat them all down pretty quick. But I had the spacing here on these T-posts pretty tight because we're running just electric rope on this part of the temporary pin, and you can see off over there that elderberry has grown. They grow so fast, it's really cool. But I don't know if I'm gonna have to protect it from the goats or what. I guarantee they're gonna want to eat it, so it'd be kind of cool to keep it as shelter for them. And of course there's all this down here, but the goats are our solution to a lot of this work, right? Is I'll be able to turn them out on sections like this. I had all this a year and 15 months or a year and a half ago. I had all this cleared out. All this you could slipped and fell there. All this was cleared out. And that was done via gas powered and machetes and trimmers or clippers and whatnot. So I am not getting any younger. It's time to let some livestock do this work for me and put my time elsewhere here on Ravenwood Acres. So just a quick update here. Like I said, goats are coming within the next couple weeks. I got to get this fencing in and get my boys out here and help me drive some posts. We're going to be doing something different. I'll share with you. I've done quite a bit of research on different options. I'll show you what solution I came up with for goats, and we'll see how it works for me. I'm more than willing to share when we have failures. So we'll see how that is, and stay tuned for I guess part 2 of the goats coming to Ravenwood Acres. Have a great day. Don't forget to check out our website, theravenwoodacres.com, and our social media links down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and have a great day. Later.